this show is intended for individuals or businesses, or who is going to be the ideal person where you say, you got to tune into my podcast because you're going to pick up XYZ. So, who is that ideal viewer or listener for you?
Yes. So truly, you could be an individual, you could be maybe a high-end sales professional, a VP, or you're running your own business. Maybe you have a donut shop, or maybe you have a really big corporation. It doesn't matter because you put your pants on one leg at a time. And so everyone has the same tools and the same resources inside of them to figure out where they want to go. Maybe you have more chips than the other guy. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's all about who you are and what you're really trying to do with what you have.
So, individuals who are really looking to pick up some wisdom about the best way to build their empire, so to speak. Right?
Sure, sure. And you know what? Even a housewife would benefit from listening to this. Think about it. You're building a legacy in your children. And
Yeah.
sometimes we don't even realize that everything that we do instructs that legacy of what we expect from them, who we are, what they think they should be about.
Okay. So now that we know who's going to be tuning in, so tell us about what would be the benefits of tuning in. I understand stories, but I also know that you deliver a lot of wisdom. And what would those benefits be for tuning into the show?
Sure. I think one of the first benefits is to find someone you can identify with, someone that you can say, oh, that's like me, or that part of them is like me, and I can learn something today because how they shared their story. I think that's a big takeaway. Sometimes, if you could imagine a lever or a gear shift, sometimes we are not exactly in our right identity, if that makes any sense. And so there needs to be a little shift that takes place to get us in that right socket. And so by hearing, by listening, by reading, you can pick up information that just takes you closer to that place where you really belong. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There is one other thing that I think that when you said see someone you can identify with, a lot of inspiration comes from seeing those people who are similar to you, because
Right.
we all are wrapped up in our own challenges every day, right? So we get up in the morning, we do our stuff, and as yet our experience is only unique to us, but others are having them similar experience. So when you see somebody just like you talking about the kind of things that they have done, that's also a source of inspiration because you identify with the person.
Regardless if it's a positive story or a negative story,
Yes,
you can
right.
always take away something. And I think that's really powerful. So the guests that I will have on the show will come from various backgrounds. They'll have success stories. They'll have really horrific stories that they were able to break through. So I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
really an
actually
important piece.
a good segue to what I was going to ask next. Who are the kind of guests that you plan to have on the show?
Sure. So definitely have business owners on my show who have started from nothing and who really built up step by step, maybe had some setbacks and had to break through, maybe some that own lots of properties and lots of businesses, but they're looking to figure out really what are they going to leave behind them. They may have built up a mass, but they're not really sure how to leave the legacy. There'll be some people who are entrepreneurs that are finding their way, meaning they've had some lucky breaks, they've made good on them, and they've had some setbacks, but they are standing on a solid foundation of learning and they see that they can go up to the next place. Those people are very exciting to talk to as well. I also have people who have started small mom and pop businesses, who've expanded, who have figured out how to balance life with business, how to roll their family in so that they can actually pass that business on to the next generation. Because not every business owner does that successfully. And so to
Sure.
be able to see perhaps some patterns in the stories that you can pick and choose from to insert in your own understanding.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's pretty much all of us in business trying to build a life and leave
Or
some.
maybe you don't have a business. Maybe you are working for a business and you're at a high C suite level and you're doing some amazing things and really making a difference.